Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday to all of you. Oh, my goodness. Doesn't it feel sometimes like it's already Friday, but then also it's always Monday? It always feels like that. But this game, this is your safe haven from all of that. This is where we gather together to play a game, to have some fun, to be polite in the comments. A guy can dream. A guy can wish and hope that the comments will be a civil place on the internet. Shout out to you, Kurt, in Toronto. Hello to Wise Mom in Rockford. Albright Rachel in West Virginia. CCB rooting on the Canes. And James Haynes Jr. out there in North Pole, Alaska. How about that? Hello to you. And hey, shout out to Romalis Ingram in Louisiana. Hello to everybody playing along. I hope you had fun yesterday in my educational programming game. This is back to school week here at Swagbucks Live. And today's game, as you can see, is all about high school movies. I love high school movies. Love them. Loved them when I wasn't in high school. Loved them when I was there. Loved them after I got out of high school. I bet you did too. So this is our version of back to school. We're going to talk about stuff that's school related, but not a bunch of school questions. We talked about this yesterday. And of course, those of you who played yesterday, you have your 3 free rejoins, right? They're already added to your account. That happened this morning. So you're stocked up for this game. You can only use 1 per game. So you're stocked up for a little while. And of course, you're getting another 3 free rejoins just because you showed up today. You know that. Of course you know that. Folks, Jennifer is here with me, but across the room. Shout it out, Jennifer. She's waving. She's waving. We didn't even try this time. We didn't even try to make a loud noise. We just waved. It's fine. It's that kind of day. Sometimes we just want to wave. Here we go, folks. Welcome to Tuesday evening and the High School Movies edition of Swagbucks Live, the mobile game show where you win money from the comfort of your phone. I'm Hal, your acting principal, here to keep you on the straight and narrow and guide you to do your best and win this grand prize. There it is. That's $1,000, and all you need to do to win your share is correctly answer 10 multiple-choice trivia questions all about high school movies, because that's the most fun way to prepare to go back to school, right? We have bonus SB for you, of course. After Q1, you'll receive 1 bonus SB for every question you get right, even if you've already been eliminated. But if you are eliminated, you have to stick around until the end of the game to claim those bonus SB in order to keep them. If you are a winner of a portion of our grand prize today, you'll get that bonus automatically. Now, this isn't just back to school week. It's also a second chance week, which means you're getting 3 free rejoins for playing today's game, which will be credited before tomorrow's game begins. You can earn 3 free rejoins for each game you play through Friday. And U.S. players, you might have seen it in the push notification, but I do have a 5 SB code for you later in the game, so be sure to stick around for all of the details. All right, I'm going to stuff these comments into a locker so they're out of the way. Now I went from principal to bully. Let's kick things off with your warm-up. Here's question number 1. In Spider-Man Homecoming, where does Peter Parker attend school? Does he go to school in New York, Cairo, or Paris? In Spider-Man Homecoming, what city is he attending school? A lot of Spider-Man's tech is homemade because Peter's a scientific genius, and he attends the Midtown School of Science and Technology in New York City. He is a New York City guy. 94% of you getting that one right. Of course, Spider-Man lives and works in Queens primarily. Then he just takes the train to get to school. He's got the yellow blazer. And then, of course, the second film, which is Spider-Man Far From Home, they go to Europe. I don't even know if they visit Paris in that one, but they do visit a number of cities. But again, still going to school in Queens. That's just a school trip. All right, folks, I already see people rejoining who got out. That's what I like to see. Use those free rejoins. That's what they're there for. And you're getting 3 more just for playing today. We have over 26,500 of you in the game. Over 25,000 of you still vying for a piece of our $1,000 grand prize. So let's move on to question 2. It's worth 1 bonus SB if you get it right. Here it is. On Wednesdays, what color do the plastics from Mean Girls wear? Is it blue, pink, or white? What color do they wear on Wednesdays? Gretchen Wieners, Karen Smith, and Regina George rule North Shore High School, and they have a strict dress code. On Wednesdays, we wear pink. Pink is the answer. 90% of you getting that one right. Of course, I think the first day Lindsay Lohan's character shows up in just a pink sweatshirt because that's all she has. And they take her shopping. It's a whole thing. Very good movie. And of course, about some of the more awkward parts of high school. But also, she's a good student. She's a good student. The plastics, not good students. All right, folks, of the 10% of you who got out, already over half of those people are right back in. That's what I like to see. So let us move on to one bonus SB in question number 3. Here it is. Who plays Jim's dad in American Pie? Is it Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, or Eugene Levy? Who plays Jim's dad in American Pie? He's been in most of the American Pie movies and even some of the spin-offs and is a comedy legend in his own right. Jim's dad is played by Eugene Levy. Eugene Levy is the answer. 82% of you getting that one right. Of course, it's amazing to think that now the movie American Pie wouldn't even be in high school anymore. That movie is 21 years old, and great Second City alum Eugene Levy, who has worked on so many films, so many TV shows, now working with both of his kids, with both his son and daughter, playing his son and daughter on a TV show, which is very cool. But hey, the 14% of you who went with Robert De Niro, you might have been thinking of Meet the Parents. That is not the same as American Pie, different character altogether, but that's okay. That's what the bonus SB are for. They're here to lift you up. If you do not join back into the game, there's still over 22,000 of you vying for our grand prize. So let us move on to question number 4. It is worth one bonus SB. Here it is. Which 2 actors were suggested by Paramount to play Mr. McAllister in Election? Was it Tom Hanks and Tom Cruise, Tom Hanks and Bill Murray, or Tom Cruise and Ben Affleck? Who did they suggest? The adult lead in Alexander Payne's biting political satire about the race for class president went to Matthew Broderick, but Paramount wanted one of the Toms, Tom Hanks or Tom Cruise. Those are the 2 people that they suggested. 47% of you getting that one right. You may have been thinking, well, at the time they were both doing a lot of Paramount movies, so it would make sense they would be suggested, and Tom Cruise and Tom Hanks are probably up for everything, but 40% of you going with Tom Hanks and Bill Murray. Boy, if Bill Murray had been cast in that role, it would have been way different. It would have been way different if any of these people had been cast. But Matthew Broderick was great. And of course, that was a star-making role for Reese Witherspoon as Tracy Flick. Great movie. But hey, the 53% of you who got out, over half of you back in, almost 2/3 of you back in. That is what I like to see. Over 17,000 people still vying for a piece of this $1,000 grand prize. So let us move on to question number 5. It is worth one bonus SB. Which movie featured Pedro running for class president? Is it Sweet 16, Napoleon Dynamite, or The Breakfast Club? This bizarre independent comedy from 2004 became a big hit, and people who were fans started sporting Pedro for President t-shirts. One of my wife's favorite films, Napoleon Dynamite, is the answer. 92% of you got that one right. And you probably know the answer to the question, do the chickens have talons? It's another question from Napoleon Dynamite. Of course, Pedro running for class president in the place of Napoleon Dynamite, who becomes his campaign manager in that movie. Bizarre movie. Very funny if you've never seen it. Let's move on to a bonus SB in question number 6. Here it is. In Back to the Future, which school dance is the place where Marty's parents first kiss? Is it the Fish Under the Sea, Enchantment Under the Sea, or the Octopus Ball? My favorite movie of all time. If Marty can't get his parents to kiss at this dance, he and his siblings will be goners. But thankfully, during a performance of Earth Angel, love blooms at the Enchantment Under the Sea dance. Enchantment Under the Sea dance is the answer. 89% of you getting that one right. Well done. Of course, Fish Under the Sea dance, that is what his sister, Marty's sister, mistakenly calls it at the beginning of the film, because they've heard the story a million times, but she didn't really care. And the octopus ball, I don't know what that is. Maybe that's when a bunch of octopi get together in the ocean and dance together. But not the answer to this question. Let's move on to question number 7. It is worth one bonus SB if you get it right. Here it is. Which of the following movies is about a high school for superheroes? Is it Sky High, 3 O'Clock High, or Friday Night Lights? Which of these is about a high school for superheroes? I went to see this Disney movie in the theaters because it starred Kurt Russell as a superhero dad. And I'm a big Kurt Russell fan. That's why I went to see Sky High. But you know what? It's a pretty good movie. 93% of you got that one right. You may have intuited from the name Sky High that was about superheroes. Or maybe you saw the movie. It did pretty well. Disney movie. It was Kurt Russell's return to Disney after being their their sort of go-to, their it guy in the 60s and early 70s. But hey, well done. I'm proud of you. Let's move on to question number 8. It is worth 1 bonus SB. Here it is. American Pie was only the second movie role of which star? Was it Jason Biggs, Eddie K. Thomas, or Chris Klein? It was only their second movie ever. He made his feature film debut a few months earlier in Election, which we've already talked about, but it was American Pie that really put Chris Klein on the map. Chris Klein is the answer. Oh my goodness. Only 13% of you getting that one right. 84% going for Jason Biggs. He had done a bunch of movies before. A lot of them were seasoned actors at that point, so I need you to rejoin. Oh my goodness, that was the rough one. You know, as we get later in the week, as we move up day by day, it gets a little bit harder. This was just a tough one. It's a little trap. You fell into it, but that's okay. I already see almost half of the people out coming right back in. In fact, we just passed half of those people. We're on our way to 8,000 at plus, still in this game to win it. I see the rejoins coming fast and furious. Fun fact, Election did come out, I think, in May of 1999, and then in July of 1999, I think, is when American Pie came out. So Chris Klein had 2 hit movies completely different from one another right after one another. And I think American Pie probably is a bigger deal for his career in the long run. That made stars out of all of those kids. Well, folks, we still have 8,300 of you vying for a piece of that $1,000 grand prize, and that ain't nothing. Let's move on to our second to last question of this game, worth 1 bonus SB. It's question number 9. Here it is. Which of these high school movies is about football? Is it D3, The Mighty Ducks, Varsity Blues, or Hoosiers? One of these is a high school football movie. Which one is it? This dramedy deals with high school football culture in small-town Texas, where an injury to the star QB creates an opportunity for the bench warmer in Varsity Blues. Varsity Blues is the answer. And just imagine, we're all going to celebrate with whipped cream bikinis for everybody after this, because 8,047 of you have made it this far and you are ready for our final question. Well done. You know what to do when you have a good time playing this game. You spread the joy with other people. Post to social media with the hashtag SBLive. Use your link. Use the special code that comes with it by clicking the Get More Rejoins button in the main menu of this app. Anyone who signs up with that link and uses the code gets you another free rejoin. Now, folks, we covered the movies today, right? But tomorrow we're going to tackle high school TV shows. So come back tomorrow as Back to School Week continues at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Time, and get 3 free rejoins just for showing up. Even if you don't know high school TV that well, you get free rejoins, and there are always bonus SB to be earned. Now, folks, Hint Kids gives your children a delicious, refreshing water drink infused with their favorite flavors. And now is the time for them to try it, because when you buy 2 cases of Hint Kids, you get 1 case for free, plus a free lunchbox, plus free shipping, plus you earn 20% cash back in the form of SB for your purchase. So check that out. All the great flavors you come to expect from Hint, but for kids. A little box for kids. They can take it with them wherever they go. They can have it at home for lunchtime. It's awesome. You have to be a U.S. player and a new Hint customer to take advantage of this offer. And U.S. players, you will find a 5SB swag code on the offer page. So here's how you get that code. Click the Hint Kids image at the end of this game to get your code. It's going to be on the next page. Get the code there, then enter it in the swag button or the mobile app. It'll be there until 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:30 p.m. Pacific Time. Again, click on the Hint Kids image at the end of this game. The next page it takes you to, that is where you will find your code. All right, folks, 8,072 of you still vying for a piece of this $1,000 grand prize. Over 26,600 of you total playing the game. Everybody earns a bonus SB if they can correctly answer our final question, question number 10. In the John Hughes movie of the same title, who takes a day off? Is it Ferris Bueller, Rudy, or Coach Carter? Who takes a day off in that John Hughes movie? The Sportles, the Motorheads, the Geeks, the Sluts, the Bloods, the Wastoids, the Dweebies, they all adore him. They think he's a righteous dude. I'm talking about Ferris Bueller, everybody. Ferris Bueller is the answer. 7,517 of you knew that answer. And you, my friends, are splitting our grand prize. Well done to each and every one of you, earning 14 SB plus the bonuses you picked up along the way. DiPrano, you are a winner today. Axie Renee, I've asked you a bunch of questions and you got them all right. Congratulations to you. And Ajalinsa, You are also a winner today. Congratulations to each and every one of you winning the grand prize, and all of you who earned bonus SB along the way and claimed by clicking that claim button. Folks, you know what to do with your SB. That's right, you redeem it for PayPal cash or gift cards to Amazon, Starbucks, Target, and hundreds of other places. Thank you for playing along and winning, everybody. Tomorrow, I'll have that high school TV game for you. This was Swagbucks Live. I am out of here, but check out the Hint Kids offer. That's where you're going to find that code, U.S. players. Head there right now. We'll talk to you soon.